The movie begins with a man running through a dense forest, clutching a gun tightly in his hand, clearly fearful of something. Soon, his companion catches up to him, revealing them both to be thieves who operate together. This time, they have ventured into a secret location nestled deep within the forest, where numerous large snakes reside. Their task is to capture these snakes to sell their skins for profit. However, the first thief is hesitant and expresses his reluctance to undertake the job, declaring his intention to leave. As he attempts to flee, he senses an ominous presence behind him and, in his haste, steps into a treacherous swamp. There, he discovers the skeletal remains of a man, suggesting a grisly fate. Terrified, he tries to escape but ultimately falls into the swamp himself. The screen displays the title, Quicksand, setting the tone for the unfolding narrative. In the subsequent scene, attention shifts to a car carrying a couple, Josh and his wife, embarking on a trip. Despite their outward appearance of togetherness, their marriage is fraught with discontent. Upon arriving at the hotel, they encounter Josh's friend, who has organized the trip for them and extends a warm welcome. However, tensions arise at the reception when Sophia, Josh's wife, insists on separate rooms due to their strained relationship. With only one room available, their marital discord becomes evident, exacerbated by Josh's past infidelity and excessive drinking habits, which Sophia vehemently disapproves of. Although Josh claims to have amended his ways and desires to reconcile, Sophia remains resolute in her decision to part ways. Later that evening, while dining with their friend, the suggestion of embarking on a tracking expedition to a renowned location is made. The following morning, Sophia is eager to embark on their tracking adventure, but Josh is noticeably absent. He explains that his friend has urgent matters to attend to and suggests delaying their trip by 2 days. However, Sophia is resolute in her decision to proceed, expressing her desire to witness the breathtaking waterfall they had planned to visit. Reluctantly, Josh acquiesces to her wishes. Upon reaching the reception area, they consult the manager for directions to the waterfall, prompting a stern warning against venturing there due to its perilous reputation. Despite the manager's cautionary words, they opt to take the longer route to the waterfall. Meanwhile, another individual lurks nearby, a thief intending to prey on unsuspecting travelers. Spotting Josh and Sophia's departure, he stealthily follows them, eyeing an opportunity to strike. As they progress on their journey, passing through picturesque landscapes in silence, Sophia eventually grows weary and rests. However, ominous clouds gather overhead, signaling an impending storm. Concerned for their safety, Josh urges Sophia to retreat, but she remains steadfast in her determination to reach the waterfall. Reluctantly, Sophia agrees to return, but their plans are interrupted when they spot the thief attempting to break into their car. Confronting him, Josh lies to protect Sophia, claiming she is elsewhere. However, the thief disregards Josh's plea and resorts to threatening him with a gun, causing Sophia to panic. Reacting swiftly, Sophia emerges from her hiding spot and complies with the thief's demand for the bag. Seizing the moment, Josh strikes the thief with a wooden object, enabling them to flee. Despite the blow, the thief regains his footing and pursues them, firing shots as they run through the rain-soaked terrain. Spotting a signboard, Josh directs Sophia towards a path through the jungle, deemed perilous by locals but likely safe from the thief's pursuit. Promising to distract the thief, Josh instructs Sophia to follow the path while he deals with their assailant. However, Sophia's progress is impeded when she trips over a thick branch, sustaining a forehead injury that causes her to lose consciousness. Upon awakening, Sophia finds herself disoriented, unable to recall her whereabouts. Moving forward without a clear direction, she stumbles into a swamp, where her attempts to free herself prove futile. Hearing her calls for help, Josh rushes to her aid, urging her to remain still to prevent sinking deeper into the mud. Despite his warnings, Sophia's fear drives her to struggle, ultimately causing her to sink further into the swamp. Without hesitation, Josh plunges into the murky waters, carefully maneuvering to reach Sophia and pull her to safety. Though shaken, Sophia questions his decision to risk his own safety, prompting Josh to emphasize the importance of remaining calm to avoid further danger. Upon Josh's instructions, Sophia complies and remains still, gazing into his eyes for reassurance. Meanwhile, Josh's friend returns to the hotel and learns of their tracking excursion. Concerned, he waits at the reception for their return, while Sophia, growing increasingly anxious, questions Josh about their situation. Josh attempts to alleviate her fears by explaining that the swamp's vegetation can support their weight, preventing them from sinking. However, their attention is drawn to an object submerged in the swamp, which Sophia cautiously attempts to retrieve. To their horror, they discover it to be the corpse of the previous thief, leading Sophia to realize he perished not from drowning but from prolonged entrapment without rescue, dampening her spirits. As a trained doctor, Sophia comprehends the dire situation they face, instilling a sense of hopelessness. Nevertheless, they salvage items from the thief's bag, including additional weaponry and tools, pondering how to utilize them for escape. Josh devises a plan to fashion a makeshift rope using the bag's contents, intending to anchor it to a nearby stone to aid their ascent. However, their efforts are hindered by a swarm of aggressive ants, a new obstacle they hadn't anticipated. Meanwhile, Josh's friend encounters the thief in possession of Josh's bag, prompting suspicion and interrogation. Yet, the thief evades questioning, fleeing the scene without explanation. His friend also fled, but Josh's friend managed to catch the thief and interrogate him forcefully, demanding the truth. However, their altercation attracted the attention of the police, who arrived and apprehended both parties. Undeterred by the commotion, Josh and Sophia proceeded with their plan, fashioning a rope by weaving together long strips from the bag. Despite their efforts, the rope fell short of reaching the stone by several feet. Determined to augment their makeshift lifeline, Josh proposed sacrificing their jackets to extend the rope's length, though both understood the perilous consequences of exposing themselves to the cold. Aware that their friend would likely mount a rescue effort if they failed to return by the following day, Sophia maintained hope, glimpsing a passing helicopter overhead. Desperate for aid, she attempted to ignite the Bible with a lighter, believing the resulting flame would attract attention. Josh intervened, cautioning against this futile endeavor, as the wet Bible would not ignite. Undeterred, Sophia sought to set fire to the rope, prompting Josh's vehement opposition, as the rope represented their sole means of escape. Attempting to divert Sophia's attention, Josh reminisced about their initial meeting, momentarily soothing her distress. However, Sophia's anguish resurfaced when she felt the excruciating bites of the wild ants crawling on her back. In response, Josh offered her a bottle of alcohol, advising her to apply it to repel the ants, offering a brief respite from her torment. Recalling their possession of a firearm, Josh and Sophia contemplated utilizing it as a tool to aid their escape. However, their deliberations were interrupted by the arrival of a venomous snake, posing yet another threat to their safety. Despite their mounting challenges, Josh remained steadfast, ready to confront each obstacle alongside Sophia. He reassures Sophia, urging her not to succumb to fear but to remain courageous. He advises her to wait for the snake to draw near and then shoot it to neutralize the threat. With resolve, Sophia prepares to enact their plan. However, when the snake approaches Josh, it swiftly bites him before Sophia can react. Swiftly responding, Sophia fires at the snake, injuring it and prompting it to retreat. Aware of the gravity of the situation, Josh understands the peril of the venom coursing through his veins. He fears the consequences of the venom's spread, recognizing the imminent danger to his life. Despite his apprehensions, Sophia offers him words of encouragement, assuring him that she is by his side and urging him not to lose hope. Meanwhile, Josh's friend, desperate for information on their whereabouts, bargains with the thief, offering him a valuable watch in exchange for details. The thief reveals that he had seen Josh and Sophia venturing into the perilous jungle, where even he had lost a friend to the dangers lurking within. Concerned for their safety, Josh's friend implores the police to release him so he can aid his friends. As Josh's condition worsens due to the venom's effects, Sophia notices the alarming signs of his deteriorating health. She observes the freezing of his veins caused by the venom and realizes the urgent need to take action to prevent further harm. With quick thinking, she heats a knife with a lighter, intending to make an incision in Josh's neck to release the frozen blood and halt the venom's progression. Despite Josh's skepticism and apprehension about the procedure, Sophia remains resolute, determined to save his life at any cost. Despite the pain and uncertainty, Sophia proceeds with the incision, allowing the frozen blood to flow out, relieving the pressure on Josh's neck. She then uses the heated knife to cauterize the wound, effectively stopping the bleeding and stabilizing Josh's condition. Exhausted and overwhelmed by the ordeal, Sophia faints briefly but soon regains consciousness, relieved to find that Josh's condition has stabilized, giving them a chance at survival. Josh's blood isn't flowing due to the venom, rendering him immobile and weak. He expresses remorse to Sophia, acknowledging his past mistakes and pleading for forgiveness, even suggesting she forget him entirely. Sophia, however, refuses to dwell on past grievances, urging Josh to remain strong and assuring him of her unwavering support. She shares her plan to escape, proposing to use the snake's attraction to its egg to lure it into their trap. Josh, feeling skeptical of Sophia's plan, questions why the snake would return. Sophia explains that the snake will likely return for its egg, motivating her to entice it with the binoculars from the thief's bag. As the injured snake approaches, Sophia prepares to defend herself, cleaning her knife and using its reflection to anticipate the snake's movements. Despite her efforts, Sophia misses her shot, exhausting the gun's last bullet. The snake manages to bite Sophia, injecting venom into her body, and wraps around her, preparing to strike again. Just as the situation seems dire, Josh regains consciousness and swiftly intervenes, fatally stabbing the snake to save Sophia. Following Sophia's plan, they use the rope to tie the snake and secure it to a stone, eventually succeeding in freeing Sophia from the swamp. Overwhelmed with relief, Sophia attempts to help Josh, but he remains incapacitated. Worried about the rapid spread of the venom, Sophia ventures out to seek help, maneuvering through the treacherous terrain until she reaches the road where their friend arrives with medical assistance. Sophia, fearing for Josh's life, is relieved to find him alive and smiling. Their reunion fills her with immense joy, reaffirming their commitment to each other. Together, they decide to embrace their love and stay united forever, marking the heartwarming conclusion of their journey.